Hello and welcome to Retro Breeze. I'm just recording this video kind of off the cuff because I wanted to draw attention to a huge number of scams for the Miyoo Mini on AliExpress. So if you're looking to buy a Miyoo Mini, it is extremely difficult to do so right now. They're very low in stock, although they are restocked daily by the official seller, or more or less daily. They sell out very quickly. And the issue is that you have to sift through a huge number of scams in order to find the legitimate or a legitimate listing. So I'm going to show you what this looks like here real quick. So here we are on AliExpress. I'm just going to search Miyoo Mini. And okay, so here we have a bunch of listings for the Miyoo Mini. Now, we have one here for £20, £15, $20.95, a creepy doll, $25.88, £50 even, £38, £70. A lot of different prices here, and of course you can translate that to dollars or whatever you're using. So if we take a look at this, first of all, that's a very low price, and I also want to point out 39 sold, 15 sold, 67 sold, and this breaks my heart. It legitimately does. So if you go to the listing, this looks pretty legit. They've got the product photos here, they've got the different bundles to choose from, and if you scroll down, yeah, you know, like this looks like a legit listing. It looks like they've actually put some work into this. But there's a few hints from the very get-go that should point out that this is 100% a scam. The first one is that there are 999 pieces available, except for a few of them which they've clearly sold, but nearly 1,000 of each item, right? So they've basically maxed out the amount that they can have available. And then free shipping via DHL. I don't think so, not at this price. So let's take a look at the store here. They're called shop1102520287 store. So this generous seller that's selling the Miyoo Mini for a fraction of its RRP didn't even want to brand or advertise the name of their store. So the next thing here is their feedback. They've got 0% feedback. And actually I'm going to scroll to the top here and I'm going to highlight the name of the store at the top. So they've got no feedback, and they've only been open since December 4th, 2022, so it's a very new store. So new, in fact, that probably the people that ordered from them are still waiting on their devices, which will never show up. So this is out and out a scam. Let's go ahead and take a look at the store itself, because this is where things get quite interesting. So right at the top of the store, we have a multitude of Miyoo Mini listings everywhere from £20, £18, £17, all the way up to £40, £39. They've got multiple listings for the exact same product. Now, why would they do that? What possible reason could there be for a legitimate shop to sell the same item for £17 versus £40? So if we go down, they are selling some other items too. This lithium battery balancer, a speaker bag, more batteries, some headphone stands. So this is kind of weird stuff overall. So let's go ahead and look at their feedback. So we know they've had 0 feedback whatsoever. They've only existed since the 4th of December 2022. But here's where it gets interesting. They've sold 67 Miyoo Minis, 39 Miyoo Minis, 29 Miyoo Minis, and all those other items. They've sold absolutely nothing. And that's because those items are only there to make the shop look more legitimate than it is. And what they're really doing is drawing people in with these ultra cheap listings for the Miyoo Mini. So nobody's buying anything from them because nobody's heard of them, because they haven't existed, they don't advertise, they don't have a name of their shop, they're obviously not promoting anything, but they're selling their cheap scam at Miyoo Minis. If you buy this, you will just never get it, and you certainly won't get it for free with DHL shipping. So the issue here though is that this is nearly every single listing. Here's one, 3475 store. Same thing, like clamps, batteries, it's always the same stuff. Multiple listings from £15 up to £32 for the exact same item. And then we're going to do that same thing. We are going to go to their feedback. So they've sold 15 Miyoo Minis and nothing of anything else. And the shop has existed since the 5th of December. So they don't even have time to have negative feedback. They haven't even existed for long enough for people to report them to AliExpress and get the shop removed. Even this one right here, for £50, is a scam, because you go to their page, they're selling it for multiple different prices. Again, they're selling a bunch of random junk on their page as well. Same thing. Sorry, I'm doing this multiple times because I just really want to drive this home for you. They've existed since the 5th of December. They've sold 7 Miyoo Minis, 1 Miyoo Mini, and absolutely nothing else. This is a scam. These are all scams. In fact, nearly every single thing that you see on screen right now, maybe other than the creepy dolls, are scams. So how do you identify a legitimate store? Well, let's go to the Miyoo official store. Now, I recommend always buying from the Miyoo official store. Always. They're literally called Miyoo official store. As you can see here, they've existed since November 2021, so they've been open a long time. A scam site would not be open for that long. They've got great ratings, and if we go to their feedback... Oh, actually, this is actually relevant. They don't have any Miyoo Minis for sale right now, but they've sold their repair parts and stuff like that. But look at all their feedback. You know, you can actually see the past 6 months. You know, they've got so much feedback, and this is because it's legit, and they've also got real people leaving real reviews, so you know that this is legit. Now, the Miyoo official store, I think, restocks nearly every day, which is amazing. You just need to monitor their store, or even better, go to the Miyoo Mini Reddit, and they do like stock updates every single day, so you can have notifications on for that subreddit for new posts, and you might be able to get one from the official store. So let's take a look at a different seller who isn't an official store. £70. Let's take a look at this one. That's a reasonable price for the Miyoo Mini at this point in time. So this store, as you can see, they're actually selling some relevant things. They're selling gaming stuff. Yeah, you know, it's AliExpress kind of junk, but it kind of looks more cohesive than those other stores we looked at. We're going to go ahead and jump into their feedback. They've existed since 2017. Obviously, they're not a scam. 90% positive feedback, but look, they've sold 117 Miyoo Minis, 55 of these Playgos. They've sold, they've sold 2 of these Wolfson things, 3 of these 8-bit classic things. They're actually selling products that aren't just the Miyoo Mini. So that basically covers it. What you want to do when you buy from AliExpress, first of all, most importantly, do not be enticed by these garbage prices. To sell the Miyoo Mini for £15, the company selling them would have to absorb basically a 4/5 loss on that product from the RRP. So they would have to lose basically like 70% of the value of this product just to sell it to you at this price. They are not going to do that. It is not going to happen. And they're not going to ship it with DHL for free either. So make sure you don't get enticed by these prices. Then look at the name of the store. If it's anything that says shop, etc., do not buy from it, ever. Like, ever, for any reason. In fact, I would say even if they do have feedback, even if anything else, if they don't care enough to name their shop, you probably shouldn't buy from them. So once you find a legitimate seller, or a seller that you think is legitimate, let's take a look at the SH Factory dropshipping store. See how long they've been open. So July 2021, that's pretty good. Check their feedback, they've got plenty. It's not perfect, but 90% is about average, I'd say, for a good seller on AliExpress. Check out their products, you know, they're selling some real things here. They got the GKD, and they've got these Wonder Swans, this DS stuff. So they're actually selling some real products. So that basically covers it. The other alternative is, of course, to purchase from somewhere like droids.co.uk. They're a global store, not just the UK. And when they have the Miyoos in stock, you pay a little bit more money, but you get local shipping. So these actually ship from the UK if you order from the UK. They actually have them in hand and ready when they're in stock. You can get notices by email when they're in stock. And then you get absolutely excellent support. Droids even has a great little YouTube channel. They've actually released their own custom firmware for the RG353V. They're a very legitimate store. So even though you do pay a little bit more, you get a great service from them. So that is pretty much it for this video. Please don't fall for this. I can't say enough, it breaks my heart. All these people are going to lose their money. They're never going to get their items, and AliExpress most likely isn't going to help them either. The last tip I would say is that if you have a credit card that has purchase protection built in, use that when you buy on AliExpress, and then if something goes wrong, you at least have one other avenue that you can try and reclaim your lost money. So I would say try and only ever buy from the Miyoo official store. They typically have a really good price and fast shipping too. So yeah, that's it from me for this video. Thank you very much for watching Retro Breeze, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.